On June 13, 2020, a Greenville County sheriff arrived at a home in Simpsonville responding to a medical panic alarm. Now, the sheriff rang the doorbell and received no response. He roamed around and spotted what appears to be a man with a handgun at the door and began shooting at the window several times, and some of the bullets didn't miss. The sad reality of this situation is the panic alarm was mistakenly activated, so an innocent man was wrongfully hurt and injured.
Throw the gun out the door! Let me see your hands!
Who are you?
Yeah, you pointed a gun at me!
Who are you?
The sheriff's office!
What are you here for?
Because we got an alarm call!
Oh my God, call the cops, please.
I am the cops!
Call the ambulance, please.
All right, where's the gun? Where's the gun?
The sheriff made a very bad decision, a very horrible circumstance to catch himself in, and he even tried explaining the panic alarm was activated. But according to the guy, they didn't have one.
Nobody here.
What's the address here?
305 East Crest Drive.
That's where it came in from.
We don't have an alarm. We don't have an alarm.
Well, that's what we got
Come on,
this
man, I'm
much
bleeding
for.
really bad.
All right, hang on.
Come on.
Hang on, this is gonna hurt.
No,
okay?
it's up. It's higher.
It's higher?
It's higher.
Let me see.
Shot me right here, dude.
Okay.
You motherfucker. Why did you do that?
Because you pointed a gun at me,
Dude,
man.
you came to my house at 12 o'clock at night. I'm sleeping. God damn, I gotta protect my house. Oh my God. Get the ambulance.
Go ahead.
Man, I'm gonna die.
They're coming. They're coming.
You motherfucker. I can't believe you did this to me.
I'm good. This guy's got 2 gunshot wounds.
The fuck? I can't believe you did this to me, man.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about this right now. We're gonna focus on keeping you alive, okay? So take some deep breaths and calm down, and you're gonna be okay, all right?
The individual that was shot was named Dick Tench, and he won $650,000 in settlement money after a lawsuit was filed against the Greenville County Sheriff's Office. You'd think a case like this where an innocent person's safety was up in the air would be far less common, but it actually happens more often than you think. This just shows how power-hungry these officers really are, just like this next case, and this time, they bring in a pastor from a church. A pastor brings in an officer to confront 2 people for pressure washing their property, claiming it's dirtying up the parking lot.
How you doing, man? Hey, listen, he's the pastor of the church over here, and he just wanted to see if he could work out a different time because he has cars parked over here, and the debris is getting off on it.
It's a daily rental. If he wants to pay for the rental tomorrow, I'd be happy to rent it again tomorrow, but I'm only working tomorrow, so I can only do it in the evening time, and I have a daily rental today that I paid for it. I don't know how I'm supposed to do it tomorrow without it in my pocket.
Yeah, I definitely understand.
We're upset that all these trees are hanging over our side of the property all the way around, and that's why the wall's so dirty. So we're trying to clean up after them since they're not trimming their own trees. We trim our trees back as we're working on all this.
Right.
We see all this stuff hanging all the way over our wall, all the way around.
Right, I understand.
So we're cleaning their mess up at the moment, really.
Okay. Well, have you guys ever come to talk to them or anything like that? They're sensible people. You just whatever problems you're having, all you have to do is just come talk to them.
Honestly, I was trimming this tree and they were yelling at me over me trimming my tree on my side the other day. So I don't think they're very sensible people.
I can't force you to stop. We just came over here and just tried to plead.
Of course, I understand. I wish we rented it another day, to be honest, but I have to pay for another day rental to rent that machine. It's not mine. I wish it was.
Right, I understand. Well, they have church until what, 2?
About 4 today.
About 4?
I asked him if we could go to this side, and he said there's cars back there too.
There's a car back there too.
I already finished this. There's nothing else to do besides the wall. You see how it's white right here, all the way down there?
I understand.
We already did all the driveway and all the sidewalk. The only thing left is the wall. I got to go from here to there, and we're done. That only took 15 minutes. We'll be done with the rest.
Yeah, but because 2 cars are messed up. That's parked right here.
Like dirty?
Yeah, you can look at it.
Uh-huh.
And if you go back over there are cars parked all along there. And you know what's going to happen is that they're going to come out and decide that the church needs either you.
Do you want to move our cars along the property here? Because this is all city property. You guys are welcome to load your cars all the way up down on the other side of the sidewalk. From this side to that side, the other side of the road.
Yeah, but we're having service right now. If I had known, then we could have done something, differently. I just come out to see that, this is happening.
The worst of it's done. We got to go from that palm tree over, and then it's just all back there.
Yeah, but because when you're doing it is going up and down. So whatever go over there is on the cars. That's a problem. You know, that's a problem. Because we have 2 cars, and they come out of church, they're not going to be happy with their cars all, you know, overlaid with stuff. Somebody gonna have to pay for it if they, you know. But if it's a lot, then, you know, they may mask what's going on. That's why I try speaking to you guys.
Sure. We're just cleaning the wall, man. You can see there's no dirt over here versus over there. Look at all the dirt that's on the top of the wall.
I understand. The problem is not the dirt, it's just the timing. We're only here on Sundays.
What we are seeing here is so unnecessary. Bringing the officers to this position was not needed in the slightest, and things could have been avoided if he would have just communicated, and the pastor could have easily told everyone to move their cars somewhere else.
So I'm gonna just make this one statement and then we're done over here. So not only do you have a very big parking lot, I just checked your lot size to move the vehicles, but your trees have caused damage over the year to my vehicle, which is back there. I pay $45 every single week to clean up the, you know, the tree trimmings that fall on my car, but we live in South Florida. It rains almost every other day over here.
We're not doing it to be spiteful.
We're not doing it to be spiteful. We're just on our private property. We're trying to clean. We paid for a rental and we don't want any problems with anybody. You called the police on your neighbor and it's not very neighborly.
I'm a member. I have to go to work. I'm a member. He just asked me to come in and help talk to you guys.
Okay.
He didn't tell me. I'm a member here.
Well, we respect your church. We hope you guys have a great service, but please let us be. We're trying to clean up all of the branches that are falling from your trees onto our property, and we're just trying to make this neighborhood look better.
Definitely.
That's it.
And we're not trying to make a problem or anything like that. We just came over to see if we could just work something out. And
Yeah.
so you guys saying you won't stop, and that's fine. We can't force you. But would you be able to just, like, when you spray it down, kind of minimize it going over?
I did tell him that we would try to do that, but you know, when he comes over here very aggressive and he's a man of God, then I mean, that's not very neighborly, and we're trying to clean up this neighborhood. I don't know if you personally live here, Pastor, but we do, and we want this neighborhood to look better. And we've invested thousands of dollars into this property, and we just want our wall clean.
The whole confrontation started because the pastor was upset about people in the church getting their cars dirtied up. But this isn't 100% of the story, because there's also 2 sides, and that is revealed when the property owners say this.
Yeah, it's just like me every single week. I gotta keep washing my car 2 times a week because of all this debris that's coming from your property to ours. So it's not tit for tat, but so we do hope you guys have a good day. It was very lovely meeting you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
So you're on duty right now?
No, I'm not.
You're not? What's your name and ID number?
My name is Deputy Smith, ID number 40234.
Was your camera rolling by any chance?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day, guys.
The pastor and the officer walked away in defeat, knowing they can't do anything to change it. They lost, and the person recording made a statement regarding all of this. What you all don't see is behind the wall. There are no parking spots that are by this wall. They just didn't like the noise. For years, I have been cleaning up after their trees and their garbage from the litter they throw on the street every Sunday. I never complain or ask them to reimburse me for all the money spent cleaning after their trees. For a man of God to behave this way makes me question these so-called churches and why they really exist. But when it comes to battles, you can't possibly win them all. Just like this next person who was wrongfully evicted and had her things moved to the curb. In June of 2024, the Howard County Sheriffs had one goal in mind: to evict an individual from their apartment. The goal was well known, seeing they brought along a moving company.
Sheriff's office. Sheriff's office. I guess we can go outside.
No one answered the door, so it was clear for them to go inside, as they were given a key by the property manager, and they started taking all of the owner's belongings to the street. As it was super clear as the day, they were looking to get everything in that little apartment out.
I can't open the call.
Sheriff's office. Hello?
I don't have any names, but not catastrophic location.
Yes, it go through? Yes, sir. Sheriff's office.
The tranquility of the small but cozy apartment was shattered as a swarm of eager workers dismantled the home piece by piece.
Food, yeah, all the food. Can't take no food.
This is when everything goes from a normal eviction to a complete disaster, because the deputy is reviewing the eviction documents and notices it's all wrong, because they realize they are at the wrong apartment.
Is this 601 still?
Huh?
Is this 601 building?
6,011. We just came from 6,000. This is 6. This should be 106. It should be what? 106. That's a problem. Did we execute the wrong person? It's 106, not 103. Unless that's. Unless. We'll just say that.
Your call has been forwarded to
Oh, you better answer here. That's a problem. Let's see if I have the other.
This news comes crashing down on everyone as they come to realize that they messed up big time and the operation of the eviction has to be stopped immediately.
They said y'all did the wrong room, wrong apartment. Tell them to stop. Melvin!
For all these people, they can all go home and relax and move on with their lives. But for the owner living at the apartment, well, now they have to deal with the burden of their property being the equivalent of a car crash because most of it can be recovered, but sure, that doesn't mean it wasn't left with any damage. And the person they wrongfully evicted eventually found out about this total horror.
While I was at work, I received a shocking phone call from the property management company informing me that they, alongside the Howard County Sheriff's Office, had entered my home and evicted me. Without any notice or legal right, they threw all of my personal items outside and into the trash. As they were throwing away my things, they saw a sonogram picture on my fridge with a name that did not match the eviction order. Realizing their mistake, that they had entered the wrong property,
They said y'all did the wrong room, wrong apartment. Tell them to stop.
they had hastily put my items back inside, but everything was a mess. This illegal eviction has caused immense trauma to me and my children.
No way we can unpack that. I'm not gonna ask them. They're gonna give us a we need to go get 106.
Still trying to piece our lives back together amidst the broken items and disrupted sense of security. Despite this, the property management company has only offered 2 months of free rent as compensation, which is far from enough to cover the damage and emotional distress we have endured. My lawyer is seeking full compensation for the damage and cooperation for Howard County, as they had no right to enter my property and cause such harm. This ordeal has deeply impacted my children and me, and we're still struggling to cope with the aftermath. This was a horrible experience.
Nobody would wish this on their worst enemy. Dealing with something as big as this would be hell. This next person has been living in hell dealing with all these officers for months.
With a spit mask on her face, getting beaten and choked out by the same deputies that are at her house again. All of the charges against her from this incident have since been dropped when the prosecutor saw the case and realized that not only did she not commit a crime, but she was the victim of a crime, and the police arrested her. Now she has a pending lawsuit, and one of the officers named in it is at her house.
What you're seeing here is a few months back of a woman being strapped to a chair by police with a spit mask while also being brutally strangled. For context, all charges for this case have been dropped, and it was also discovered she didn't even commit a crime. She has since then has a lawsuit on these officers, and one of the police involved in this showed up at her house stating there's a warrant for her arrest, but it wasn't even for her. It was for her neighbor's house. Upon hearing this, the officers still refused to leave the property.
Get off my... That's that mother... Get off my property.
Who's there?
I don't know, mother... Get off my property. Because I told you to leave. Get off my property. Yes, that's the one that had me choked. Yes. Get the off my property. Get the off my property. Go.
You're about to go to jail.
Take me to jail. You'll get sued, mother... You done got a lawsuit on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get off my property. He needs to leave.
Calm down.
No, I have something against him. He needs to get the off my property. It's harassment. Eric who? Eric who?
Eric coming.
Yeah, y'all are way off. Get the off my property. Go.
Listen.
Leave.
We are here for a reason.
Not 1376. Malone's live here. You need to leave. 1376 right here. Out of here. Go.
1382 the next.
I don't know. I don't give a but you're at the wrong place. If you're looking for a man that might be 30-something, that's a crackhead, right there. Other than that, nobody here for y'all. The other one, he's in jail. Y'all need to leave. Go. Bye. No, we can't leave till they leave. They need to get the off my property now. You don't have a warrant for nobody on this property. You got the wrong address. You need to leave. Bye. Go get in your cars. Go. I don't know why you're standing there staring at me. Go. You've done been informed. You have the wrong goddamn address. Right? This ain't 1376 you're looking for, right? Right? Are you looking for 1376 Martin Mill Pike? Are you looking for 1376 Martin Mill Pike? Are you looking for that? Then leave. Get the off my property. Unbelievable. Hey, have somebody choked again and falsely arrested, mother. That's unbelievable. I've got the video on my phone if your friends want to see it, but they ain't allowed here, so they can't. Falsely arrest somebody else and then have them choke the out. Hey, leave. Go. I'm allowed to walk wherever the I want on my property, and I'm going to make sure you don't plant nothing or damage nothing. You can put that little sour puss face all you want, you ugly mother. Hey, off, go. Leave, go.
It makes total sense why she would want them to leave immediately, because her experience with them has been traumatizing. Thankfully, they did leave eventually, but they knew they were in the wrong being there, and that is an obvious sign of corrupt police. Just like in this next case where a family is in their home, also known as a place of comfort, when the man of the house is shot for no reason.
Police department. Is it 43 or 5308?
Yeah, it might have been 5308.
Is this not 5308? That's what it said right there, right?
No, it's 5305, isn't it?
108. Can you 10-9 the address?
5308 Valley View Avenue. Had a confidence factor.
Don't tell me I'm wrong.
After this, a man under the name Robert Dotson comes to the door and police open fire.
Hey, hands up! Fired! Shots fired!
1033
Yeah, you good? You good?
Yeah,
back up. Check yourself.
I'm good.
We're 10-4. We're gonna back up a little bit. Back up.
Yeah, 10-4 backing.
Okay.
Lunge.
And the sad reality of Robert Dotson's wife seeing the nightmare of this arrives on the scene as we see her reaction.
4108, we have one down at the doorway. Hey, I got you covered. Move. Let's move out. Hands up! 4108, shots fired again.
Copy, shots fired again. 4115, we need units now.
Okay.
Farmington Police!
We're 10-4. I'm on the back south. I'm on the corner of Florida.
This is the Farmington Police Department! Come out with your hands up, open, and empty!
The police even explain why they did what they decided to do, and such a mistake cost someone's life.
We're knocking on the door, no one's coming out. I hear a metallic, like a gun cocking. Me, Dylan, and Estrada back up. The dude comes to the door, points the firearm at us, and then we get in a gunfight. And then female comes out of the house, and she points it at us as well.
And is she still inside?
Yes, from my knowledge.
Come out here with your hands up, come to us. Come to us. Come to us. We can help you. We're going to help you. Please. Come out. Come up with the shield. The back of this car. Come on, ma'am. Come here. Come to us. Come to us. Come to us. Come to us. We're going to help him.
Get her in cuffs!
Get her in cuffs. Come here. Go ask what his condition is. Yes, sir.
Seeing all the body cam footage of the scene is truly horrifying. Just like this next case where SWAT raids the wrong house of an elderly lady who lives all alone.
Anyone inside, 5380. Denver Police Department with a search warrant. You come to the door with your hands up.
As far as I would see back, do you have anything on you you're not supposed to? Huh? Do you have any guns or knives? No.
Oh, no. I don't have.
Come sit back here. We're going to tell you what's up.
So nobody else is in the house, man?
No, nobody else is in the house.
Okay, so they got a search warrant for your house, okay? There was some evidence that they believe is in the house. So I'm going to walk you over there and we're going to talk to some detectives, okay? Once we can make some more announcements, just give me a minute and double check that nobody else snuck in the house on you, okay?
Okay,
What's your name, ma'am?
They can't sneak in the house because my door is locked.
Oh, good for you.
Because I'm in here by myself.
Oh, you are? Okay.
My name is Miss Johnson.
Okay, Miss Johnson, just give us a second and then I'll get you over to those detectives, okay?
Okay. That's weird.
The warrant was explained as they were looking for evidence inside the home, so they had Ruby Johnson wait outside while they searched the property.
Snowblower.
See how there's dust all over those planks? I took my hand and wiped one. There's no way somebody walked in through there.
Anything, Nate? Alright, we're gonna call it good.
As you can see, she was in the clear and innocent. By that default, I think they should help with some of the damages they caused to her home. But that's not how it works, and we'll never see the day cops pay for the busted up property. Next, we go from cops being entitled, deserving punishment for their actions, to being punished in the courtroom by judges.
I drew my gun, I yelled, gun, and I fired 4 shots.
Are you telling this jury there might have been a situation where you still might have shot her anyway?
On December 22, 2020, Officer Adam Coy was in the neighborhood to investigate a complaint about someone inside a running vehicle when he encountered Andre Hill sitting in an SUV. Adam Coy and killed Andre Hill coming out of his friend's garage. The cross-examination was like a war zone for him.
So from your position of where you are,
The individual comes in front of you, right?
Yes, sir.
You're standing up and then comes down to your right.
Yes, sir.
And then the next house to your right is 1062.
Yes, sir.
Goes up to that porch.
Yes, sir.
Was anything said by the individual to you at that point in time?
Not at that point in time, sir.
What happens next?
He bangs on the front door really hard, and waits for approximately a minute.
Okay, when he banged on the front door, did anyone come to the door?
No, sir.
Was there any reaction in the house?
Completely dark, sir.
No lights came on, anything of that nature?
That is correct.
Waits for a minute, what happens next?
He repeatedly knocks again.
Okay. What is going through your mind when he repeatedly knocks again? I'm sorry, I guess so. When he knocked repeatedly the second time, did anyone come to the door?
No, they did not. Something's not starting to add up because he said that this person was waiting on him and about to be out. Now, why aren't they answering the front door?
Okay. What does the individual do?
Leaves the front porch, goes back in between the same route that he took to get there, passes between my vehicle and his again.
What do you say to him?
The lawyer then shifted to asking about the fatal event, and this is where we see Coy get a little emotional.
You see the person crash down, what happens next?
I shine my flashlight on him and I say, something's not adding up here, come out here, show yourself.
Okay. Something's not out here, come out here, show yourself. When you say show yourself, have you used that before as a police officer?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by that?
Due to the fact that he was crouched in the corner, I was talking to his whole body. I wanted to see every bit of him.
Okay. You order him to show yourself what's going on, come out here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have your weapon out?
No, sir.
Do you know where Officer Detweiler is?
Somewhere behind me.
Okay. What happens next, Adam?
Mr. Hill's walking towards me.
Okay. Does he immediately come out?
No, sir.
Does he respond to your question? What's going on?
Not at first, sir.
Did you hear anything from him?
No, sir.
And at the corner of the car, when he turns towards you, what do you see?
Silver revolver in his right hand.
Where was that silver revolver coming up in his right hand?
From behind his leg, and it was coming up at me.
Okay. And when you saw that, what did you think was going to happen, Adam?
I thought I was going to die.
What did you do in response to that, Adam?
I drew my gun. I yelled, gun, gun, and I 4 shots.
Why did you fire 4 shots?
That's what stopped it.
Okay. Did you fire any shots before when he was sideways?
No, sir.
Did you fire any shots when he was going to the garage or anything like that?
No, sir.
When you saw him come to the edge of the car, what did you see in his right hand?
A silver revolver.
Okay, why a silver revolver, Adam? Describe that for ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
It's a revolver is thinner in the front and thicker in the back.
Okay. What happens next, Adam? Did you turn your body-worn camera on?
Immediately.
Okay. What happens next?
I keep my weapon trained on Mr. Hill. He's down, but I can't see the gun anymore. I can't see his hands. Officer Detweiler says that should I approach, and I tell her to stay back.
Why?
I still couldn't see his hands. I wanted to see where that gun was.
Okay.
He was crying tears of remorse right now, but wait till you realize what Hill was actually holding in his right hand.
I got up to a point where I was standing next to Mr. Hill, and I rolled him back. And as I rolled him back, I looked to my left, and I started looking for where the gun was. And I seen the pile of keys sitting there. And I said, fuck.
Why, Adam?
I knew at that point that I made a mistake.
Okay. Had you seen keys in his right hand, would you have fired your weapon?
No, sir, I would not have.
Had you seen a cigarette pack in his right hand, would you fire the weapon?
No, sir, I would not have.
Did you believe that he had a silver revolver in his hand?
I did.
Okay. How did that make you feel, Adam, when you realized that you were mistaken?
I was horrified. It was the worst night of my life.
What did you do at that point, Adam?
I went in shock. I started dry heaving. I couldn't control myself. I couldn't think straight.
Did you tell anybody what you were believing in your mind as to the reasonable suspicion about what might be going on?
No, I did not.
Why not, Adam?
I'm not quite sure. Everything just went as a blur to me, and I knew I had just been involved in an officer-involved shooting, and that I was supposed to remove myself from the situation. I'm no longer supposed to be part of this investigation.
Did you ask to call a medic?
I did.
Who did you ask that to?
Officer Detweiler.
Did you ask for officer support?
I did.
Why?
Because I had just been involved in a critical incident. I needed officer support there.
Okay. Do you remember wandering around the scene?
Not really.
Okay.
I remember just being dazed. I remember wandering around the driveway a little bit.
Is there any doubt in your mind that you saw something silver in Andre Hill's hand coming towards you?
No, sir, no doubt.
When you saw that, what did you believe was going to happen?
Thought I was going to die.
Why did you fire your weapon at that point?
Because I saw an imminent threat, and I didn't want to get shot right before Christmas.
Would you ever want to get shot after Christmas, Adam?
No, sir.
May I have a moment, Your Honor?
You may.
Almost 10 minutes passed before officers at the scene began to aid Hill, who lay bleeding on the garage floor. He was pronounced dead at a hospital. The trial went on, and we could see the crocodile tears this murderer was crying.
Mr. Coy, was he obeying your commands?
Partially, sir.
Partially? You told a man to come out, and he's coming out. Did you tell him to do anything else?
Show yourself.
And he was showing himself by coming out, wasn't he?
Only part of himself, sir.
Well, he was behind a Nissan Altima. What could he do more to show himself besides walking to you?
Not hide his right hand behind his leg.
So you're saying that he was hiding his right hand behind his leg?
He walked several steps. Normal people walk with swinging the arms. He was walking with his right hand staying behind his leg.
Okay. At that point, you were concerned where his hands were?
Yes, sir.
But nowhere in this encounter did you say, show me your hands, did you?
It happened too fast, sir.
Nowhere in this encounter did you say, show me your hands?
I said, show yourself, sir.
When asked the question of when you shouted, show yourself, he turned and started walking out, would you say he's obeying your commands right there? Your response was, he is. He is responding to my commands. But an normal reaction from my training and the thousands of times I've had somebody when I give that loud authoritative voice, the response normally is to like, hey, you got it. What's going on? I didn't. He was responding to me there, but he wasn't responding in a manner that was submissive. You remember saying that to the agents?
Yes, sir.
So would Mr. Hill still be alive if he was submissive to you?
Sustain.
As you're walking there up the garage and throughout this entire interaction, you had a mic on your chest, correct?
On my shoulder, sir.
On your shoulder. That communicates with whom?
Everyone.
And you would agree with me that it is your duty and responsibility to communicate important things to other police officers, isn't that right?
When it's time, sir.
Mr. Coy, isn't it true that you really never formulated an opinion that something serious was happening in that house, did you?
I'm sorry, sir?
You never formulated an opinion as to that there was something serious happening in that house, did you?
As we were walking up the driveway, I began to think that this could be a home invasion or a burglary. I just a couple months earlier had a home invasion where I walked in on a ski mask person with a gun. I had three girls downstairs, one girl upstairs, duct tape. It was fresh in my mind.
Mr. Coy, so fresh that you never pulled your weapon out, did you?
Not until I saw a threat, sir.
So much of a threat that you saw that this incident was so powerful that you never even told anyone about it, correct?
No, sir.
You didn't radio dispatch, did you?
I told Officer Detweiler to,
And
sir.
and the fact was that you had an unarmed man who didn't have a weapon, and then you just came up with this story later to cover yourself, correct?
No, sir.
And the first time that you let anyone know that you thought a burglary was happening is when you wrote that statement about a month after this happened.
No, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no further questions.
After ending an innocent man's life, he fled the scene. His actions had consequences, and soon enough, the jury gave their verdict.
As to count 1, we, the jury, being duly empowered and sworn, do find the defendant Adam Coy guilty of murder as he stands charged in count 1 of the indictment, signed this 4th day of November 2024, in what appeared to be 12 signatures. Second count, we, the jury, being duly empowered and sworn, do find the defendant Adam Coy guilty of felonious assault as he stands charged in count 2 of the indictment, signed this in what appeared to be 12 signatures. The next verdict form. We, the jury, being duly empowered and sworn, do find the defendant Adam Coy guilty of reckless homicide as he stands charged in count 3 of the indictment and what appeared to be 12 signatures.
Coy faces a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. And to somewhat ease the loss to Hill's family, the state and Andre Hill's family came to an historic settlement.
We will remember his legacy. The fact that you have this historic settlement.
Rest in peace, Andre Hill. This next case is no different. It involves a white officer taking the life of an African American. But these lawyers, unlike the last ones, ripped into him. On October 12, 2019, Officer Aaron Dean was called for a wellness check on Atatiana Jefferson's house. When he got there, he immediately thought that it was a burglary in progress. That's when this happened.
Put your hands up! Show me your hands!
In mere seconds, Dean ended the life of Atatiana Jefferson. That's what brings us to his cross-examination.
You didn't secure all the exits here, did you?
No.
Matter of fact, the 2 biggest exits that there are, the 2 front doors, are just wide open for anyone to walk in and out of, correct?
Yes.
While you're in this backyard.
Yes.
That wasn't safe, was it?
That was not the best move, no.
And that's not good police work, is it?
No.
Do you want to take your grade down, son?
Next up, we have the testimony of a psychologist who analyzed Dean while he was applying for the police officer job.
Because the results had suggested that he had a narcissistic personality style that would inhibit his judgment, decision-making, interpersonal abilities, and would make him more likely to engage in behaviors that could put himself and others at risk.
You testified a minute ago that you thought whenever you walked into the bedroom and you saw Zion, who brings a kid to a burglary? Is that correct?
Yes.
Because in your mind, this burglary was still ongoing. Is that correct?
Yes.
And after you pulled the gun, after you pulled the trigger of your gun, this burglary was still ongoing, correct? In your mind.
I didn't know.
But you didn't tell Officer Darcher there was a gun in that house, did you?
Not until we got inside, no.
Did you tell her when you got to the fatal funnel of the cars?
No.
Did you tell her when you got to the fatal funnel of that side door that was open where the bad guys could be?
No.
Did you tell her when you got to the fatal funnel of the front door?
No.
Did you have any trouble opening that front door?
No.
You just went right on in, didn't you?
Yes.
Hey, when you were in the back shooting at Atatiana Jefferson, do you know how many people could have run out the front door?
No.
I mean, did you have backup there?
No.
Was that front secured?
No.
All the bad people in that house could have just went right out that front door, couldn't they?
Yes.
Would you have any way of knowing if they would have went out that front door?
No.
Is that more good police work?
No.
Damn, if you were being graded on that slicing the pie of the front door, you'd get an A+.
Probably not.
It's more bad police work, isn't it?
It's not the best.
It's more bad police work, isn't it?
Yes.
He had deemed him not fit for the position. If the psychologist deemed him unfit to be an officer, who allowed him to be one? They should also be up there on the stands. What's gruesome is that we can see no remorse on Officer Dean's face.
You've got another fellow officer from the Fort Worth Police Department entering a home which you have determined to be a burglary in progress with possible armed assailant, and you didn't think to tell your partner, hey, there's a gun inside?
No.
You didn't think to tell her, hey, I saw somebody with a gun?
No.
Do you not like Officer Darch?
I like her just fine.
But you didn't seem too concerned for her safety. If in your head is what's going on, and there's this burglary in progress, and bad guys are there with guns, you let your partner walk into that house without giving her any heads up whatsoever that the bad guy might have a gun. Is that really what you did?
We were talking on the radio and yelling commands.
Did you tell her there was a gun?
I did not.
Is that good police work?
No.
That's more bad police work, isn't it?
Yes.
Is it good for an officer to clear a room by themselves?
No.
When you have two officers, how many officers does it take to clear each room?
2 is best.
2's best. You had 2 there, didn't you?
Yes.
But y'all didn't use 2 officers to clear each room, did you?
No.
I mean, in your mind, there's still bad guys with guns. You just let Darch possibly walk into a bedroom where there could be a bad guy with a gun, right?
Yes.
And you gave her no heads up that you had seen a gun inside.
No.
Is that good police work?
No.
Was that good work for your partner? Do you think Officer Darch appreciates that now?
Probably not.
Would you ever want a fellow Fort Worth officer to let you walk into a house without telling you they'd seen somebody with a gun inside?
No.
But that's what you did on October 12th, right?
Yes.
He didn't care for his fellow officer's safety, and neither did he care to give CPR to the woman he had just shot. Take a look at what he has to say when he's asked that question.
So, I know you're crying right now, but on October 12th, 2019, you weren't crying when you decided not to administer CPR to Atatiana Jefferson, were you?
I didn't decide not to.
But you weren't, were you?
I was about to when the other officers ran in.
Oh, you're about to start crying.
About to start CPR.
Oh, about to start CPR. But you didn't do it, did you?
No.
Do you remember seeing anything behind her?
No.
So you don't know if there was anything behind her?
No, I don't.
How smart is it to shoot a gun at a target without knowing what's behind the target?
I took a well-aimed shot with ammunition that's designed not to overpenetrate.
How smart is it to take a shot at a target without knowing what's behind the target?
It's not.
You're trained against that, aren't you?
Yes.
And like one of the 4 most basic rules about firearms is don't shoot at a target unless you know what's behind the target, isn't it?
Yes.
How long did it take you to notice James Smith and all his family sitting on the stoop of that house across the street?
I didn't see them.
You didn't see them?
No.
So you're going to open structure. You just told this jury that you're trying to do everything you can to take in as much information as possible, and you didn't see a group of adults standing on a stoop across the street from your target investigation?
No, the house was dark. I didn't see them.
Think that's good police work?
I was focused on the primary threat in front of me.
The primary threat in front of you? But threats can come from all over the place, right?
They can.
I mean, if James Smith and his niece and his nephew and his sister were bad people, y'all didn't have any backup, did you?
Not at that point, no.
I mean, that would have left you and Officer Darch, that would have left y'all an unprotected 6, right?
Yes.
Is that a good thing for officers, an unprotected 6?
No.
What is an unprotected 6?
It's where your back's exposed to people.
So if You're just so focused on the bad guys that are in this house, you didn't even think to look that there might be some bad guys somewhere else?
I did what I usually do. I took a quick look around and I didn't see anybody else.
You didn't see 4 adults standing across the street?
No.
Maybe if he was just blind, this man had no reason to be an officer. He didn't follow police protocol or policies. Had he done so, maybe a somewhat sane officer would have investigated what was actually going on.
I mean, that's a pretty honest statement, isn't it? You did take a quick look around, right?
Yes.
I mean, everything you did in the early morning hours of October 12, 2019 was just a quick look. You didn't really follow any rules or regulations, did you?
No.
You could have identified yourself as forward police at that point, couldn't you?
Yes.
Can you tell me the rule that said you shouldn't identify yourself as forward PD, the general order that says you should not have identified yourself on that front porch?
It's part of the general training that we don't announce ourselves in order to not alert bad guys.
So you never walked up to a house before that maybe there's a burglary in progress and identified yourself as forward PD?
Not on burglary in progress, no.
You sure about that?
Yes.
When he was asked about why he didn't follow protocol, he had this to say.
Tell me specifically the rule that says you shouldn't have identified yourself as forward police on that front porch.
There isn't a specific line in a specific general order. It's the general practice. It's the general training.
Tell me specifically what that general training was. Can you tell me who told you that? The person?
The instructors at the academy.
Which one?
I don't recall specifically. Several.
Several instructors told you never to announce yourself when you walk up to a home.
Not never to announce yourself, just not on that kind of call.
On an open structure, you never announce yourself?
Correct.
Ever?
No.
Do you announce it for a burglary in progress?
No.
Would you have gotten in trouble for announcing forward police at the front of that house?
Yes.
You would have been written up by the Forward Police Department for identifying yourself as Forward Police?
I wouldn't have been written up. I'd have been told by a sergeant, don't do that.
You're going to tell this jury that a Fort Worth sergeant would tell you not to identify yourself on the front porch?
On an open structure call, yes. There's probably things I could have done better.
What grade would you give yourself? A to F? I'd like to see how you... No, go ahead, tell us. I'm talking before you pulled the trigger. That minute and 17 seconds before you pulled the trigger. A to F.
Probably a B.
Oh, B. High passing grade. You want to change your grade, maybe?
No.
The lawyer then tells Dean why his decision to announce himself that night was important.
Announce yourself. Atatiana Jefferson would still be alive, correct?
I don't know.
You still might have shot her anyway?
It would have depended on if she came out the front with a gun.
Are you telling this jury there might have been a situation where you still might have shot her anyway? Okay, you just stepped over the weed eater. Is that the lawnmower that we see now at the paused portion on State's Exhibit 1 at the 25-second mark?
Yes.
You were here last week when the defense attorneys were asking questions about the stuff piled up outside. What significance did that have to you as an officer at the time?
Dean thought that it was a burglary in progress because some items had been piled outside and the door and window was left open. That was because Atatiana's nephew had burnt hamburgers and they were letting the smell go out.
I think I did a fine job.
You think you did a fine job? Okay. Who's covering the front doors when you're back at this gate?
We were both back there.
Who's covering the front doors when you're back at this gate?
No one.
So who could have seen anyone? Could anyone just walked out of that house at that point?
Yes.
And if you were back here in this recessed area of State's Exhibit 59 at the gate, somebody could have been around that corner we were just talking about, correct?
Yes.
Was that a safe place for you and Officer Darch to be?
After we cleared it, it was.
After you cleared it, had you cleared the inside of that house?
No.
Did you know who was inside the house?
No, not yet.
So that could have been a very dangerous place if somebody from inside that house had come out around the corner. Is that correct?
Yes.
I mean, because y'all hadn't secured the house, right?
No, we were in the process of inspecting the structure.
You were inspecting the structure. With open structures, aren't you supposed to, after you're inspecting the structure, make sure that all exits are covered?
Yes.
That's part of the general orders, right, with open structures?
Yes.
But you didn't make sure all exits were covered, did you?
Not yet.
At the point you and Officer Dart are standing at that gate, are all exits covered?
No.
So you're going against the general orders here, correct?
We were on the inspecting the structure.
Is the perimeter secure when you're standing at that gate with Officer Darch?
No.
No, because those two front doors, you don't have anybody watching them, do you?
No.
And isn't it an important part of the general orders to make sure all exits are secured?
Yes.
But you ignored that part of the general orders, correct?
I was in the process of inspecting the structure.
I mean, because with open structures and general orders, if you can't secure the perimeter, what's one of the things you can do? Call for help?
Yes.
I mean, that's part of the general orders. If you cannot keep the perimeter, you can call for help, back up so that all exits are covered, correct?
Yes.
You decided to go head first into that gate in that backyard, isn't that correct?
I continue to inspect the structure, yes.
You went into that backyard, isn't that correct?
Yes.
Did anyone invite you into that backyard?
No.
Did you hear anyone calling for help in that backyard?
No.
Did you hear anything that somebody may be in trouble in that backyard?
No.
Can police officers just walk into anybody's backyard they want to if they feel like it?
No.
Why not?
Because it's private property.
It's private property, but you just went right into that gate, didn't you?
Yes.
After getting grilled in the cross-examination for a number of days, the jury finally came to a verdict. But before that, Atatiana's mother had a few words to say.
But I'm here to tell you that Atatiana was that light that refuses to die. While living, she would shine in the darkest situations. She would not only shine to see her way through, but she would shine to light the path of others.
Then came the verdict.
Mr. Dean. Verdict reads, we the jury, having found the defendant Aaron York Dean guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of the offense of manslaughter, assess his punishment at confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for 11 years, 10 months, 12 days. They do not assess a fine. And it is signed by the presiding juror. You may be seated. Thank you very much.
Erin Dean, 38, shot Jefferson rear window of her home in 2019 while she was babysitting her nephew. She's gone, but not forgotten. Police officers often shoot people down without remorse, but sometimes they are on the receiving end too. December 12, 2022 in Weambilla, Australia, Constable Kirk attended a remote property in Weambilla in response to a missing persons report with Constables Matthew Arnold, Rachel McCrow, and Keely Bra. What you'll watch next are the final moments these officers were alive.
Jesus.
Keely, Rachel, and Matt.
She's our newest first year.
Oh, how new? When did you start?
Just started general phase.
Yeah.
Just started general phase. General phase. General? Mental phase? General phase? First year? Yeah. So week 9 or something?
Yeah, okay. So you FTO?
FTO training?
You did the recent one?
Yeah.
Tyrants in the training station. Don't send us.
Moments later, we cut to the body cam footage of Constable Kirk, who tells us what horrors he's facing.
Hello, hello. Hello?
Hey buddy, what's the we got?
He shot Rachel, I believe. I think she's dead. She shot him, I think. No, he's still walking. He's trying to walk around me.
She shot him?
Oh no, she shot at him. There's 2 of them. They've got Matthew's gun now. Dead.
Now mate, hang in there. What about the other 2? You got eyes on Keely and Matt?
Matt's not moving. Rachel's not moving now. And Keely I haven't seen.
Where are you pushing behind a tree?
Yes, but he's walking over. There's 2 of them.
Walking over towards you?
Yeah. What do you want me to do?
Mate, you got to look after yourself, buddy. All right, stay behind that tree. That's the only thing you got between him and her. Between you and him.
Yeah.
That one. You got long rifles?
Yeah. Constable Kirk hid behind a tree and called Sergeant Justin Dreyer. Justin tried to guide him the best he could. The gunmen were just a few meters away from Constable Kirk at this point.
Between you and him.
Yeah. That one.
You got long rifles?
Yeah. Long rifle and Dylan's Matthew's pistol.
Hang on, mate. Stay on the phone. Like, if you got to drop the phone and look after yourself.
Yep. They just camped up. Both of them.
Mate, have you got any more trees behind you?
Nah, not a lot. Not a lot. He's coming over. Should I run?
Have you got trees behind you?
Yeah, maybe.
Mate, do they know where you are?
Yes, they do.
Hey, can you, obviously scramble from tree to tree to try and retreat out of there?
I'll try.
To try and do that?
I can try.
Out of desperation and the sheer will to survive, Constable Kirk decided to make a run for his patrol vehicle, which was almost 100 meters away.
They're coming, they're shooting. The other 2 officers. You good? I think I'm being shot. I'm in the car, driving away. Oh, I can't hear because of the firearm shots. Oh. Hello?
Are you there, buddy?
Yeah. Where do you want me to drive to? Yeah, two of them. I think I've been shot. I don't know where. They've got multiple shots on the window of the car, but I had to drive away a bit. Lost a shoe. I've got blood on my face. I don't know where I've been shot.
They rained bullets down upon him as he ran for his life. He quickly started the car and drove as far away as he could until he met up with his sergeant. Kirk underwent surgery to remove shrapnel and treat his injuries. The face of one of the shooters, identified as Gareth Train, was captured when he went to the body of Rachel to steal her gun. Hearing all the commotion, the neighbors of the property went out to investigate. By this time, the shooters had lit fires around the crime scene.
Don't get too close because those bomb things are still going off. Yeah, there's things still exploding out there, so I wouldn't get too close.
Have you got some?
No, but there's a car over there and someone's at the door. Another one. Well, someone just got out of that car. Someone just got out of that other car. And they walked off.
Oh, it's fucking police plate all over here.
Oh shit.
The neighbor recording the video, Alan Dare, was also by the same cop killer. Following a 6-hour siege by Australia's elite force unit, both gunmen had their lives put to an end. Two brothers, Gareth Train and Nathaniel Train, along with Gareth's wife, were religious extremists who were taken out that day at their home. Both fallen officers were given medals of valor, and a memorial service was held for them by the Queensland police. Police brutality is common in our society, but this many officers berating a citizen is just uncalled for.
Hey! Bring your hands together now. Okay, but if I want to get back in the car, stop hurting now!
Stop hitting him!
Put your hands behind your back!
Stop hitting him!
Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind
Stop hitting him!
I'm gonna
Stop it! I got it on camera. Stop! Stop hitting him! You hit him. Swear to God.
I'm not moving, so if they touch me, I don't give a
I got it on camera.
punch him in baseball.
Broke his glasses, you pieces of
Louisville Metro Police Chief Erica Shields said she has directed a professional standards investigation into the officer's conduct as well as the on-scene supervisor. Garrett was charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. However, this next guy was a true criminal when he had an all-out shootout with multiple officers at a gas station. On February 6, 2025, Illinois State Police officers were alerted to a vehicle believed to be involved in an armed robbery in Texas parked at a gas station. As soon as the officers arrived on scene, all hell broke loose.
See your hands. Lay down, on the ground now. Stay right there. Keep your hands where they're at. Come secure this guy. Hey, get this guy right here. Hands up! See your hands. Lay down, on the ground now. Stay right there. Keep your hands where they're at. Come secure this guy. Hey, get this guy right here. Hands up! Hands up now! Cuff him, cuff him. Pontiac, shots fired. You see anything?
Is he moving at all? His eyes are open.
Alright, Tom. We got multiple shots fired.
No shots fired.
Got shots fired. You got here.
Hey, get your hands out of the car! We got one's in custody right now. The other one's in the car.
Custody, get there, boy.
19-year-old Joseph Martin Hernandez surrendered, but the driver had other ideas. The driver, 18-year-old Ryan Aaron Stanley Hurst, pointed a gun in the direction of officers, which made them shoot him down from multiple angles. The officers had to make sure the situation was under control.
Straight up!
You get your hands up, out of the car. Get your hands up. Hands up, hands up. We're gonna get you help. You gotta get your hands up. Yeah, get out of the car and we'll get you help. We can't do that until you get out and we see that you don't have your gun anymore. Go, we need to see you out. We need to get you help. Pontiac 5-7, get rescue staged. Suspect still in the back seat of the vehicle. We can't see the gun. He is speaking with us, saying his arm's broke.
His hands up in the air?
No. It's on his lap?
In the air! You have eyes on him? Hands up.
I've got his face, that's it.
Hands up. You have eyes on him? Yes. All right, you are taking lead.
Back on David 76 en route.
Commands. Got him. He approaches.
Command 1 through 3 en route.
We need to see your hands, man.
Let's get a perimeter stuff around it. Like I'm showing.
Get your hands.
One custody, and then we got one in the car that's been shot. Blocked off.
Roll out of the vehicle on your belly. Roll out of the vehicle on your belly.
The west.
You have to do it. You have to do it. Get you some help, man. We will help you. Roll yourself out of the vehicle onto your belly right now. Drop whatever's in your hands right now, I'm telling you. Right now, man. Come on. Roll yourself out onto the ground and we will help you.
Come in, you guys.
Ryan was bleeding from multiple wounds. He had to disarm and roll out on the ground so the officers could identify him as a threat no longer. This was the only way he could survive.
Thanks, man. Good boy. Hold on.
Let's go. We need to see your hands. You need to get your hands up.
It's on the ground? It's on the ground. Yes. It's on the ground. Yes. I see one. Do not move. Do not move. See his right hand. Do what? I can't see his right hand, but it goes to the ground. Do not move. Do not move, or you will get shot. You will get shot. My hand's empty. My hand's empty. Up here, it's empty. Cover me. Don't move. Is he bleeding? Kick it. Kick it. Get up. Oh! Oh, my arm! 5'9". My arm! All right. Send medical.
Where's he bleeding from?
Everywhere. Yeah.
Officers began providing first aid until Hurst was transported to the hospital, where he is currently listed in stable condition. Hernandez was not injured and was taken into custody for further investigation. No officers were injured. Pranks are usually harmless, but this next one ruined a deputy's life. To give a bit of context to the situation, Corporal Jason Klingensmith, who had been employed by the Springfield Police Department for 2.5 years, jokingly stole his co-worker's taser and started scaring other officers with it. The situation went horribly wrong when he tried to tase rookie Fatih Mutlaturk. Corporal Klingensmith's reckless actions broke Fatih's femur. Fatih moved to a new department in January 2024, after which he sued Springfield and Klingensmith, but the suit was dropped in November 2022. No criminal charges were filed. However, this next hostage situation was almost fatal. On March 29, 2023, Albuquerque Police Department responded to a man shooting a firearm in the air while holding his friend hostage.
I can't see him, LT! Okay, right there. Front of car. He's pointing at him. Hold up. He's fired. No, I can't see him. Just so you know, we got a guy down over there. Attack loading. Check yourselves. Drop it! Why you're fucking running? Watch out for the victim! Never slow down! Watch out for the victim! Drop the fucking gun! Drop it! Let me see your fucking hands! That's away from us! He's running! 40 hands! Ready, LT?
This officer had successfully flanked who was identified as Francisco Macias. They decided to switch to less lethal and approach Macias. The following is an aerial footage of this whole incident.
Shots fired. Next report.
Okay, on the south side of the property, right along the fence, behind the shed that's being built, they're fighting for the gun now.
We're moving up now.
Walking out towards you towards the north. Got two subjects. Now he's walking towards the south, trying to jump the fence, over the fence, and running southbound. You want me to stay with the guy in the white guy without the shirt?
There's a guy with the white pants. He's our offender, and we're checking on every guy to see if they have any victims.
Okay, he's confronting a guy, the neighbor, in the backyard. Neighbor's lying on the ground. He's standing over him at this time.
There's confronting your neighbor.
Gonna be just south of where you guys are at. Fighting with him on the ground. Once you get to that wall, you can look right over and you'll see him.
Any reports in the backyard?
10-9.
Some people should be taken and grilled in court, and the number one people on that list should be domestic abusers.
Xavier, spit on me.
Get the f*** out of here. Take him and get the f*** out of here. What the f*** are you waiting for?
Open the door now!
Imagine living in constant fear in your own home. Today, we're showing you the horrifying moments when police intervene in the lives of domestic abuse victims. Just like in this first case where officers arrived on scene over a complaint of a naked woman being locked out. On April 1st, 2024, officers were called to an apartment complex regarding a domestic violence issue, and this interaction was going to get hairy real fast.
Somebody's staring at me, for sure. Yeah, there's a guy standing right there in the window staring at me. Sort of cracking the blinds, so I kept shining my flashlight there. Family Police Department.
You bang on the door like that for?
You wouldn't answer the door.
I answered no. You bang on the door like that for? There's no reason for you to beat on the door like that for.
Okay.
No reason at all. No reason. There's a baby in here sleeping. There's no reason at all
Then you should answer
for you to beat on the door like that. No reason at all.
Okay. Who called us?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you willing to talk to us, ma'am? Are you willing to talk to us real quick?
Well, we got a few phone calls that someone thought that there's a domestic violence situation going on and that there was a female outside kid.
The man was being a pain and not allowing the police to do their job. If there really were no issues, she could have walked out and told the police that. Him not allowing it made it suspicious. That's when things escalated.
No, she's at the door actually.
Yeah. No, well, she tried to come here and I saw you grab her and pull her back, and then you ran to the door.
You didn't see me.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't see me grab her at all. Actually, I didn't grab her at all.
Can we just talk to you for like 60 seconds without him?
You're speaking out your ass. I didn't grab her at all.
No, I'm speaking
so what the
out
fuck
my
are you
mouth.
talking about?
Just shut
out your ass?
Let us speak with her.
I'm not talking to you.
Get your hand out of my face.
I'm not don't touch me.
Get your hand out
Why
of
are
my
you
face.
touching me? Why are you touching me? I didn't touch you. I'm not touching you. Don't touch me. I'm not touching you. Don't touch me. I'm not touching you. Don't touch me. Why are you touching me? Why are you touching me? Why are you touching me?
Stop. Stop.
You're making this a lot harder than it has to be.
One of the officers pushed the violent man into the apartment, while the other one took the girl aside to get her side of the story.
Did you fall?
I did.
Okay. What did you see? What happened?
We were just arguing.
Something about you guys. Okay.
Nothing was violent. Nothing.
That's
just arguing.
That's all we needed to figure out.
No.
Okay. So
I don't want to write a statement. I don't want nothing to happen.
Okay.
I don't want this.
Okay, that's fine.
Nothing.
You're not injured.
No.
Were you outside naked?
No.
He wouldn't let you back in?
Not naked, but
just in less clothing than what you are right now.
yes. Not naked.
Okay. All right.
Back up. I'm gonna freak out. I don't want
Okay.
While the officer tried to calm the girl outside, the man refused to cooperate and made a really big deal out of nothing.
Stop.
You touching me for bye. I didn't actually touch my home. Bye.
I'm gonna say it right here until we're done here.
Alright. I didn't touch you at all.
Okay.
I'm glad.
Okay.
Bye.
I'm not going anywhere until we're done here. Back up.
I'm not touching no.
Back up.
I'm not touching no touching me.
Back up.
I'm not touching.
Xavier. Spit on me.
Okay.
Roll over. Now. Roll over. Put your hands on your back.
I have a whole camera, bro.
We have a camera.
I spit on the ground.
Where's the camera?
I spit on the ground.
You spit on me.
On the ground.
And he does spit a lot.
Right on the ground. You're tweaking.
Look. I'll freak out.
I felt it hit me, so.
You felt it hit you.
You're wearing pants and a long sleeve. You felt it hit you?
The officer had to take the guy down because he was being aggressive and interfering with their job. The girl then tried to change the narrative on the cops in her statement.
Do you have an ID with you?
I do, but
Can I get your name?
it's Addison. But I feel like you guys are being racist.
Why are we being racist?
Because he didn't pull, when you opened the door, you said he pulled me. He didn't pull me. He didn't.
I watched you try to walk this way.
No, I was naked. I just didn't want to be in front of the door. I had a shirt on. I had my ass hanging out.
Okay, and I understand.
Okay, but
Listen.
I'll get my ID. I got you. I got my ID. I don't want to talk.
Okay. How did you end up outside?
So it was partially me walking out and partially getting shoved a little. It was me walking out. I was going to walk out to my car naked. That was definitely me being petty,
Okay.
But and then I got shoved and then he shut the door.
Okay.
And then I didn't even try to see if it was open or anything.
You just kind of hung out outside for
Yes, I hid behind my car so no one would see me.
Why did you hide? Just
I didn't want to know.
Oh, okay. Because
I was
were
naked.
you completely naked or just like bra and underwear?
I had this shirt on.
You had this. Okay.
And then underwear. So I felt pretty naked, but I wasn't fully naked.
Okay.
But it wasn't his fault I went outside. It was me going outside just to be petty. I definitely did start the argument. He was screenshotting other pictures of girls, so I was being petty and arguing with him.
Okay.
And then I didn't stop the arguing.
Okay.
And then I just walked outside. I didn't walk. I kind of took a few steps, and then the door got shut behind me.
Pushed and shut through. There wasn't a knockdown, drag out fight or anything like that.
The cops could have gotten this information the easy way. Just a little bit of cooperation could have saved the man a lot of pain. The guy was later arrested for resisting without violence and subsequently let go a few hours later. If you thought the last one was aggressive, this next one was ready to fight. On December 24th, 2022, Illinois police were dispatched to a home to investigate a domestic incident. The officer arrived to yelling and screaming inside the house.
Come on, sir. They're upstairs.
Nobody's in here. Listen to her. Okay, nobody's in here. Go ahead.
Okay, what's happening though? Okay, what's your name?
Alex, this is my house.
Okay, Alex, what's your last name?
Yeah, Galindo. Nobody's sitting there.
She's the only one upstairs right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
She's saying that you're hitting her?
Yep.
Okay, why is she saying that?
Trust me. Go ahead.
Okay, but why is she saying that?
Go ask her. Don't ask me.
What have you seen of her?
I just heard them. I didn't know what was going on.
Do you think you could maybe just go sit in the dining room for me?
This is my house. I'm gonna be right here.
Let's go upstairs.
Look at my mouth. The police are here. Please don't let him near me.
Okay, Alex, can you just go somewhere else? And
This is my house. Why don't you go f yourself?
Please.
As the woman was crying, the man, who identified as Alex, kept mocking her. It's important in these situations to separate the victim and the suspect because the trauma of the violence stops the victim from telling the whole story. But Alex was adamant about not moving.
Alex, I'm Officer Point. You want to come talk to us downstairs?
I can talk to you right here.
Well, I want to get you separated from them. That's
It
what
doesn't matter.
that's
I can
what we
talk to
do.
you right here. I don't care what you want.
Well, you need to listen to me for a little while, okay?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Make me.
All right.
Good boy.
What happened tonight? Don't talk to me like that, okay?
Don't talk to me like you ain't shit.
Do not talk to me like
And
that,
what
okay?
are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You ain't shit.
What happened tonight?
So apparently, this girl is my wife, all right? Mm-hmm. And cheating on me, and that's fine, whatever. And so when I confronted her, she was just like, whatever. When we were upstairs, like tried to talk to her.
Okay.
And then, after everything we did, baby.
Alex, you can still tell me what's happening, man.
De veras?
What happened upstairs?
Lawyer.
Okay, it.
Lawyer, if I'm not under arrest.
Okay, then whatever version we get from her, just throw her getting it.
Alex didn't want to talk until his lawyer was present, and his attitude was getting more and more hostile. This is when we hear his wife's side of the story.
He just took my phone from me and then he grabbed me, drew me against the wall, even my neck, and threw me into the wall.
The woman's side of the story made more sense. We can see that there were holes punched in the wall behind her, which was clearly evidence for this domestic violence call. The cops tried to get Alex's side of the story now.
I mean, I would like to get your side of the story
Shut
too.
up!
Don't talk to me
Shut
like that, okay?
Fuck you, shut up. This is my house.
Do not talk
Shut
to
the
me.
up. And what are you gonna do?
Back up.
What are you gonna do?
Back up.
What are you gonna do?
Do not
No,
talk.
you back the up off me. What the are you gonna
Right
do?
now, we're investigating a domestic
Fuck
dispute,
you.
okay?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Okay.
You ain't shit. This is my house. Get the fuck out of here. Take her and get the fuck out of here. You guys ain't got proof of shit. Get the fuck out of here. Take her and get the fuck out of here. What the fuck are you waiting for? You ain't got no proof. For what? What did I do? What's my charge?
Domestic battery.
For who? For who?
You don't want to talk to me. You said you want a lawyer.
Come on, for who? You never touch that girl. That's my wife.
What do you got on you?
Yeah, I ain't got shit.
You got a shirt or something, man?
Yeah. What?
I'll go
Stay
find
still.
it. Stay still.
Stop.
Stay still.
Stop.
Stay still.
You need to relax.
Really?
Stop being like a dumbass.
You're acting like a dumbass.
Let me get his pants up and you gotta get something on him.
Pussy. Takes 4 of you. Let me go. I'll take one.
You want a shirt? No?
Yeah, let's do it.
You want a shirt?
Let's do it. Pussy. Yeah. You ain't got no fucking manners. Manners.
Log on.
You ain't got no
Yeah.
Let him go. I'll walk. Let him go.
Alright, head's clear, head's clear.
Wait, Nick.
Why don't you act a man like that? Get your head up.
Why don't you act like a man? Let me go. Ass mother. No, do it. Come on, son, you're a man. Fucking see? That's why you need a girlfriend.
35 right there, Diego.
And then I'm gonna get bailed out and I'm gonna go home. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, your mama, bitch. Hope she dies. Quit. Yeah. Quit touching little girls, bitch.
Work that down, Diego, before he gets in my car.
Do it. Do it, fuck. Fuck. See?
Get your head out of my face, okay?
Yeah, fuck your fucking mom. Hope she dies.
With the kind of violent behavior Alex was showing, who knows what he could have done if the police arrived a little late or left to stay with her wife for the night. He had to be taken into custody. Even at the police station, he was still trying to act tough.
Dude, you have no proof, man.
Listen, man. What's your problem?
Your mama, hope she dead. Yeah, your mama dead.
Just listen, you'll be alright.
Alex was arrested for domestic battery and resisting arrest and is now awaiting his trial. trial in jail. While the cops arrived late in the last one, they arrived just on time to stop the suspect in this next case. But the case concluded with a very weird ending. On November 19, 2022, officers were dispatched to an apartment for a report of a battery occurring between a couple in Skokie, Illinois. As soon as the police reached the apartment, screams could be heard from inside, which prompted them to act fast.
They're yelling. Go. 58, some more units and stop fire. Alright, take a turn, Jeff. Stage fire. Yeah. Incoming units. Open the door now! Step off. Get on the wall now. On the wall now.
Help me! Are you okay? What happened?
He's trying to kill me.
Okay, we got an ambulance coming. Okay, where are you? Where are you?
I just want my. Oh my God! I'm having a panic attack. I'm having a panic attack.
It's okay. Breathe. It's okay. Just breathe. You're okay.
I got an STD taken off on me. What's still there? They're getting out right now.
I just need you to breathe.
I'm so sorry.
Are you hurting anywhere?
No, I'm fine. I'm just having a panic attack.
The woman told officers that the man, who was identified as Devonier, tried to end her life, but luckily the officers got in before she was subject to any bodily harm. The police now questioned the suspect.
What happened, Devonier?
As you guys haven't been here already.
What happened this time? Why is she screaming for help saying you're trying to kill?
Don't be sorry.
Because she's a very angry person.
Why is she terrified saying that you're trying to kill her?
To my knowledge, we had a conversation and she tried to call someone else, and then she came back in still talking to that person and was being very disrespectful and aggressive towards me, and I didn't like that.
So what happened when you didn't like that?
I just said, hey, like, dude, can you stop being something rude?
Okay. How did that escalate to her crying in the corner saying that you were trying to kill?
To my knowledge, it escalated towards the fact that I just didn't want her talking to that person.
Did you put hands on her?
No, sir.
Never?
You guys,
like, I'm not gonna press charges, that's how I am. Like, I'm a loser, like, I'm not gonna do anything about this.
You're not a loser. It's okay. Listen, there's lots of people in situations like this. It just takes that one time when you finally decide that you're done with things like this.
I'm not.
You guys tell us what happened tonight, though, okay? Because you were screaming when we got here. We had to forcefully open the door.
What happened?
Did she cut you? I don't know. No, because
were you guys arguing?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. But I'm asking you if she cut you.
No, sir. No.
You know we can't keep doing this, right?
I know.
You know how many times have we been?
I know.
We just want to help.
I know. So you understand that when you're screaming, he's trying to, going to break in your door. You get that, right? So if he's not actively putting hands on you, you can't scream. He's trying to. It's my bad. So you want to arrest me? No, we don't want to arrest you. We want to make sure that you're okay.
Weirdly enough, the woman didn't want to press charges on the man who she just said was trying to kill. This situation was getting confusing by the minute because the officers revealed something really crazy.
Basically, we're still investigating what happened because she was screaming that he's trying to, and she called the phone. Stay over there. Stay over there. No, you're going to stay right there until we're done.
We've been over here countless times in the last year.
Are you
She
okay,
stabbed
baby?
you twice, once in the neck, once in the chest.
Baby, are you okay? Yeah. So what I'm trying to get these guys to do is let me come towards you so that we can let them know that we're okay.
Absolutely not right now.
And move on from there.
With a cut on the man's hand and the details the cop shared with us, did the woman need the help or was the man in danger?
She stabbed you
twice.
You realize that?
You almost died twice.
What point are you trying to show me as a public defender of a situation that there's an issue?
If you can't see the issue, I can't help you, man.
I didn't ask you if you could see the issue. I asked you if there is an issue.
Yes,
because what I'm saying is there is no issue.
There's a huge issue.
Okay,
I told you that.
so I'm telling you there is no issue.
I understand.
Make it seem like it's on me.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you guys have tried to kill each other.
Tried to kill me more times than that. Whoa.
Exactly. You guys have tried to kill each other.
That's my girlfriend.
I don't care if it's your girlfriend.
Yeah? Alright, cool. But for any reason, can you grab me, sir? You can? Why?
Because you're walking towards her during the domestic investigation. And with the history that you guys have, and with the history you guys have.
Missy, chill out.
We have her on a recorded line saying, "Stop trying to strangle me."
What do you mean a recorded line?
When she calls 911, it's a recorded line.
When did she call?
Yeah.
Right before we got here. That's why we came here. Do you think we just magically appeared?
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
I have called.
From her phone number.
Call, you stupid Yeah, I did, because you were strangling me, you asshole.
Tonight?
I'm not going to press charges on your asshole. Like, get your pull your shit together.
Do you have marks on you?
No, I don't.
But he was trying to strangle you tonight?
Marks. No, I don't.
Oh, look, there is marks. There's marks on her necklace here.
I don't know what kind of a fight ring they had going on in that house. The woman didn't want to press charges, but she showed signs of suffering from physical abuse, and that was enough evidence for cops to make an arrest.
There's marks on her necklace here.
Officer just said.
I know you guys think
Turn around, you're under arrest for domestic battery.
No, I'm not pressing charges.
I don't care. Doesn't matter.
No! I swear to God.
She's got marks on her neck.
No, I'm not pressing charges. I am not pressing charges. No! Get the out of my way. Like, seriously. I am not pressing charges. No! This is from me. I did this. I put these marks on here. I put them on here. How can you prove that those are from him? How can you prove that those are from him? You can't. You can't. Prove that those are from him.
Excuse me.
Prove that those are done.
What marks are you guys?
I put these on myself. So what, are you going to arrest me?
No, you called and you said that he strangled you, and we see the marks on your neck now, and you just said again that he strangled you tonight, okay?
I didn't say that again. I said no, he did not.
You did. Everything is audio and video recording tonight, okay? It's on audio and video recording. I don't know what your plan here is in the future.
When it's domestic like this, we don't have a choice.
Yeah, you do.
No, we don't. The law says that we shall.
My dad's a lawyer. Like,
then you can call him. But the law says that we have to arrest.
Hey, I'm pressing charges. I'm not pressing charges.
Stop.
Are you f***ing kidding me? Stop. You want to grab me and assert towards me? Yeah, you will never arrest me strongly. You know why? Because she is literally saying no.
I'm the one making the decision.
Kidding
I'm the one making the decision, not her.
Exactly.
Not her.
Okay then. So I should not be. Don't grab my clutch. Don't grab me there. Don't fucking grab me. Don't grab. Watch this go. Help me.
One on each arm, one on each leg.
Help me. Watch his hand. Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me. Turn. Like you guys.
We're going ag that on PO now. We're grabbing you.
Stop! Stop being arrested for no f***ing reason. Stop being arrested for no f***ing reason.
Whose car is closest?
You're literally carrying me.
Let's put him down. Let's get a car.
When
There's
the
one right
person
here.
is being arrested.
Sit down.
We'll sit down.
So now you're going to be arrested for aggravated battery to police officer as well. For grabbing him in the crotch.
Devonier was charged with aggravated battery on an officer when he grabbed one's crotch while he was being carried downstairs. He was also charged with domestic battery, even though his girlfriend didn't want that. This couple was a drunk mess, and frankly speaking, they should both be arrested. Why did she call officers if she didn't want to press charges? That's just a waste of resources. And that's all for today's video. If you like true crime content, you should subscribe so you don't miss out on my next upload. Thanks for watching. And if you made it all the way to the end, you should check out this next video too.
Come in. Come on. Come on.
Medium traffic.
Send it, Jazz. I got it. Send it. Send it. Second pit. Second pit. Second pit. Stand by. Box in.
So you saw her in the position that she's currently in now?
Yes, sir.
So why did you tell us that mom wasn't there?
Robert!